Have you ever wondered why some disagreements with your partner seem to go in circles without finding a resolution? Quite a head-scratcher, isn't it? We've all been there, locked in a heated exchange that seems to spin round and round like a carousel, getting us nowhere. Often the root of these cyclical conflicts lies not in the disagreement itself, but in how we communicate about it. Ineffective communication can be a silent saboteur in relationships, leading to misunderstandings and unresolved conflicts. It's like trying to navigate a maze in the dark. But what if we could switch on a light in that maze? This video aims to be that illuminating guide, providing you with tangible strategies to enhance dialogue and resolve disagreements with your partner. By improving the art of dialogue in your relationship, you'll be able to turn those circular arguments into constructive conversations. Now, let's dive into a story that perfectly illustrates how improved dialogue can positively impact a relationship. Imagine a couple, John and Mary, who constantly find themselves at odds over seemingly minor issues. Picture this: John consistently forgets to put the cap back on the toothpaste, while Mary consistently leaves her shoes in the middle of the living room. Small things, you may think, but they've become symbols of a much larger communication problem. John sees the uncapped toothpaste as trivial, a non-issue. He wonders why Mary can't just cap it herself if it bothers her so much. Mary, on the other hand, feels that John's disregard for the toothpaste cap is symbolic of a broader lack of consideration for her feelings. Meanwhile, John's frustration with the constant obstacle course of shoes in the living room escalates as he perceives it as a sign of Mary's lack of respect for shared spaces. These recurring disagreements over seemingly minor issues are causing a rift in their relationship. Their communication is filled with accusations and defenses, leaving little room for understanding or compromise. Each argument seems to end in a stalemate, with neither party feeling heard or satisfied. The tension between John and Mary is palpable. Their home, once a sanctuary of love and companionship, now feels like a battleground. Every interaction carries a risk of sparking another argument, another unresolved issue, another blow to their relationship. Unfortunately, John and Mary's story is not unique. Many couples find themselves caught in similar cycles of miscommunication and conflict. They struggle to understand each other's perspectives, and their dialogues often escalate into arguments that leave both parties feeling unheard and misunderstood. But what if it didn't have to be this way? What if John and Mary and couples like them could break free from these destructive patterns of communication? What if, instead of arguing over toothpaste caps and shoes, they could engage in meaningful, effective dialogues that strengthen their relationship rather than strain it? What if John and Mary could change their communication patterns? What would that look like? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the art of dialogue and explore how it can transform the dynamics of a relationship. Drop down in the comment section and share with us if you can relate to this situation and explain how would you handle it. We can't wait to read your answers. Scene script. Let's reimagine John and Mary's story, this time with improved dialogue. Picture this. John comes home from work, tired and irritable. Mary, having had a taxing day herself, is feeling just as weary. But this time, instead of lashing out at each other, they choose a different approach. John takes a deep breath and says, "Mary, I had a tough day at work. I'm feeling a bit stressed right now." Mary acknowledges his feelings and responds, "I understand, John. I've also had a challenging day." They have just established an environment of empathy, a vital first step in conflict resolution. Now, instead of a heated argument, they are having a conversation, a dialogue. This is the power of effective communication. Let's fast forward to the weekend. John and Mary have planned a day out, but the weather has other plans. It's pouring outside. Before, this would have led to blame and bickering, but not this time. John suggests, "The weather is not on our side today, Mary. How about we stay in and watch that movie you've been wanting to see?" Mary, appreciating his initiative, agrees, and they spend a lovely day indoors. Notice how their improved dialogue has not only resolved potential conflicts but also deepened their connection? It's not just about avoiding arguments. It's about understanding each other better and strengthening their bond. Finally, let's revisit the topic of chores. This time, instead of arguing over who does what, John and Mary have a candid conversation. They discuss their expectations and agree on a fair division of tasks. No resentment, no arguments. Just a healthy discussion leading to a solution that works for both of them. This is the power of rewriting the dialogue. It transforms conflict into opportunities for understanding and growth. It fosters respect, empathy, and love. Notice the difference? Now let's see how you can apply these strategies in your own relationships. Improving dialogue is not just about talking more, but talking better. Let's delve into some practical ways you can enhance communication in your relationships. First and foremost, active listening is crucial. This isn't just about hearing what your partner says, but truly understanding their words and feelings. Give them your undivided attention, show empathy, and respond thoughtfully. This will show your partner that their thoughts and feelings are important to you. Next, express your feelings openly and honestly. Bottling up your emotions can lead to resentment and misunderstandings. Don't shy away from saying how you feel. Use I statements to express your feelings without blaming your partner. For instance, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try saying, "I feel unheard when I talk about my day." Lastly, seek to understand before being understood. This might be the most challenging yet rewarding strategy. It requires you to put your own thoughts and feelings aside momentarily to fully grasp your partner's perspective. This doesn't mean you agree with them, but that you respect their viewpoint and want to understand it. Now, it's your turn to put these strategies into practice. Remember, it's not about perfection, but progress. You might stumble, and that's okay. What matters is your willingness to learn and grow alongside your partner. Remember, the key to resolving disagreements is not about winning an argument, but understanding your partner's perspective. So, what's the takeaway from John and Mary's story? The key lies in the art of dialogue. Remember, it's not about who wins the argument, but how you grow together through it. By rewriting the dialogue, you're not only resolving disagreements, but also strengthening the bond. It's a tale of two partners, learning, growing, and evolving together. Try these strategies in your own relationships and see the difference it can make. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Until next time, keep the dialogue flowing.